My name is Dave. I'm the operations manager here at Hess Tent Rental. Today we're going to show you a heater tutorial and how to use it. So we're going to go over 4 checklist items that you should do before you start your heater, and we're going to go through 4 troubleshooting tasks that you can go through yourself and check off to make sure the unit is running if it's giving you a problem. So now we're going to start our checklist. The 4 things are power, propane, rocker switch, and the thermostat. And we're going to go over those right now. Okay, the first one is power. So you're going to want to make sure that the unit is plugged into an outlet at your house or outside of your garage. Each of the outlets at your house is about 15 amps, sometimes 20. So you're going to want to make sure which one that is, and you want to make sure that you're not overloading that outlet. So this unit produces 7.3 amps on startup and 5 amps continuously as it runs. So we recommend here at Hess Tent Rental that you just keep one outlet designated for your heater so it doesn't give you any issues during your event. So number 2 is propane. At Hess Tent Rental, we always provide 2 100-pound cylinders to your event. So here they are hooked up to the unit, and each cylinder has a open and close turnkey on it. So it's in the closed position here. I'm gonna bring you in close. You can see on the top it says closed or open. And what we're gonna do is turn that into the open position before we run the unit, and make sure to do that on both tanks so that there's propane flowing to the unit. So number 3 is the rocker switch. The rocker switch is located right here on the unit. There's a green light on that's showing power. This is a good check to see if your unit has power. So on your thermostat, you're gonna turn that all the way up to 100 and keep your rocker switch in the neutral position. So I'm gonna bring you here close to this rocker switch. In the neutral position, it's just in between the fan and the heat. So if you want to turn the fan onto the unit with no heat, you just press this button here. That will turn the fan onto the unit. And now with your thermostat up to 100, you can turn your heat on, and that will blow heat inside your tent. And so as this unit is running, it takes about 5 seconds for that propane to flow into the unit and have heat flow out of it. So as the unit is turning on, give it about 5 seconds, and then you'll have heat coming out of your unit. The 4th checklist item is the thermostat. Here's your thermostat here. This will be hanging inside the tent through a sidewall. It goes down to 40 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. This will fluctuate the temperature within the tent between 5 and 10 degrees. So for example, if you want the temperature inside the tent to be 75 degrees, it could get from 70 to 80 degrees and kick on and off to regulate that temperature. You can use this in 2 ways. You can use it by setting it to 75 degrees and this unit will kick on and off during your event, or you can use it as an on and off switch from inside the tent. So if you want it set to 75 degrees and the unit kicks off, you can turn your turn dial all the way down to 40 and the unit won't run. If you want it to run again, you can turn that thermostat up to the desired temperature and the unit will kick on again. It's up to you really. Number 1 troubleshooting tip is power. Make sure that you have your unit plugged into a power source that isn't tripped, that doesn't have any other lights or DJs or other heaters hooked up to it. You're going to want that to be dedicated just to this unit so that you have a smooth event and nothing goes wrong in the power department. The 2nd troubleshooting tip is propane. You're going to want to make sure that your propane tanks are both in the open position, making sure propane is flowing to your unit. The 3rd troubleshooting tip is your thermostat. So currently this unit has power. It has propane running to it. The rocker switch is turned to heat, but it's not turning on. And so this is a common problem that we see, is that we don't turn our thermostat up to the desired temperature. So our thermostat is saying that it is warmer than 50 degrees in here, so it's not running the unit. So what you can do is you can look at your thermostat and see that, and slowly start turning it up, and you'll see how warm it is inside the tent, and if you want to make the tent warmer by turning that thermostat up. So as we'll see here, we'll demonstrate. It's currently set at 50. Everything's on and ready to go with the unit. We'll turn this dial up. The unit now recognizes that it needs to pump more heat out of here. So we have this set to 70. It's currently running the unit. All our power lights are on, and we're good to go. The fourth troubleshooting tip is the high limit switches on these units. They can trip for a number of things, but there's two on this unit. One's designated for propane, the flowing of the propane through the unit, and the other is the engine. So they can trip for having the unit be too hot, not enough propane coming to the unit, all of those different reasons. But we're going to show you those now. So there's two high limit switches on the unit, one on each side. So as you open up the unit closest to the rocker switch, you'll see this red button. You take that off, and there's another square red button in there. You can take your flathead screwdriver and press that button. That will reset the unit. And we're going to do the same thing over on the other side. This is the engine high limit switch. And you can take that red button off there, and it is located right here. We're going to reset that. And so if you do this and go through your checklist again and make sure everything is proper with power, propane, rocker switches on, thermostat is set correctly, everything should work up and fire again. So if your unit is still giving you trouble, what you can do is call our emergency line by calling 717-665-6957. And you're going to want to press number 2 for the emergency line, and that will direct you to one of our on-call foremen who can answer any questions and evaluate the needs, and maybe even bring you another unit if that's necessary. Here at Hess Tent Rental, our mission statement is providing professional service in a godly manner, and here we strive to do that. So thanks for entrusting us with your rental needs, and we'll see you next time.